All right, let's talk about it. Let me be the older brother that I never had. And if you're thinking of not going to uni, thinking that it ain't worth it, trust me, it is. This is coming from someone that didn't take that route. And now I'm towards the end of my 20s. I've been humbled by life. Life is a humbling experience, to say the least. And I implore you, please go to university or take a degree. And even if you don't think that education is everything, the world sees it differently. And it's going to pick on you if you don't have it to protect you. So arm yourself with a degree. Look, life's a fight, and you're just gonna arm yourself with as much tools as you can in order to fight life with. And a degree is just one of those. I mean, after school though, what do you honestly have that is better than a university? Than going to university, getting a degree? Let me remind you, you're 18 to 22 at that age. You're just a child, really. You're still in adolescence, whether you like it or not, especially mentally. You just don't know anything about life yet. You haven't experienced enough of life yet. There's nothing to do at that age. What's better? What are you going to do anyway? Because if you don't go to uni or if you don't take a degree, you're going to need to do something just as worthwhile. And what is that? Most of us don't even know what to do. And that's what I didn't know that at that time. That's why I didn't go. But in reality, it was just an excuse. I said I was going to follow my dreams, but there is no dream. That dream is just an illusion. Like, where are you going after that? I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything. I was just following this dream, this passion that I was sold, that if you just follow your dreams and you don't become a slave to the institution of education, then you'll somehow get a better life. Coming from someone who drank the Kool-Aid, it ain't real. Like, you need to educate yourself and you need to arm yourself with a degree so that you can have a better life. Like, it's really tough out here. Getting a job, getting anything really, that without a basic fundamental degree, it will really beat you down if you don't have it. And you can just say that like, oh yeah, it's just a paper, but so is money. Everything that the world runs in is run on a paper. So you gotta play by the game and play your cards right. If you're coming from someone that is like me, of coming from nothing, of an immigrant background, you're gonna have to work your way through this life, through this society. I mean, I came to this country in England without even knowing how to speak English. I barely knew anything. All I knew was yes, no, and hello, and goodbye. That's it. I had nothing. So we improve in life and learn through it. But if you don't have like connections, families, friends, or anything like that, you're gonna really need to work through it. And getting a degree, a bachelor's degree, and then eventually even improving through later on, through masters and PhDs and all of this, then yeah, that's just the natural projection of life. You can't improve and grow through the ladder of life if you just stay stagnant. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta work hard for everything because no one's gonna give it to you. Coming from an immigrant background and you've experienced it enough that no one's out here that's gonna help you. You have to do it yourself. And it ain't all bad. The world's just the way it is. Getting a degree is a must because you don't have any other connections. Like, who's gonna offer you a job? You don't know nobody. Who's gonna take you in? Who's gonna put you in an internship? If you're an immigrant, chances are the only family you got is your mother and your father. Sometimes you have your siblings, but that's it. You're all in the same boat. Like, you're all just trying to make it through and survive in life. That's why I say you owe it to yourself. Like, that's how you get yourself out of the trenches. It's the first step anyway. Even if you use it or not, it's still something that the world will look at you. Employers in the future, they'll be like, okay, they've got a degree, they've got a bachelor's in this and that. Whatever it is, even if you think it's insignificant, in the professional world, it's still a stamp that they get to see you by. And don't forget, this world is blind. So you need to have indicators for others to see you in. And a degree, albeit just in paper, is still something that people can identify you in, especially in the workplace. And I know, I've been there. I've been young. I've been wild, free, doing anything and everything that I wanted. But at the end of the day, those things will only last you for a while, a few years. And eventually you're going to have to take care of your life. And trust me, life comes quick. I mean, I feel like 17 or 18 was just literally a few minutes ago. Now I'm 27. Like, a decade's gone by. Whew. Life's unforgiving. Time, oh, it comes crashing at you. So you gotta prepare yourself. Time in the world don't slow down and stop for nobody. And that's what I've had to experience the hard way. Like, life passes you by. Staying stuck in your house and hiding from the world doesn't mean the problems go away. They just pile up and build up over time. So you gotta take care of your life and live it right. Stop making mistakes. I know it's such a simple advice, but make the right choices. And it's so difficult to do that at such a young age because you have so many different conflicting ideas. All these cognitive dissonance that conflicts your judgment and the way you want to move forward in life. Really take the advice. Be wise. Don't just be smart, be wise. Because wisdom is learning from the mistake of others, but just being smart is learning from your own mistakes. And you don't really have time to be smart, because learning from your mistakes means you got to make them in the first place. And that's just a ton of wasted time that you wouldn't even have to go through if you just listen in the first place. Like as a young kid, 18 to 22, you may say that you're going to follow a dream, you're going to do this, you're going to work hard. But the truth is, like, there ain't really much out there to do. So you're just going to find yourself falling back with your friends, drinking, partying, this and that, because you're still surrounded by the wrong crowd. And you're meant to outgrow those crowds. By the way, those people that you're in high school, sixth form, wherever you are, like, that's gone. By the time you get to your mid to late 20s, you won't even be talking to each other if you don't even already block each other. So don't waste your time on those people and let them influence your life in the way you should go, because they're not going to be part of your whole journey. They're just there for a season. So don't mind them. Don't follow their path, or don't do whatever you want to do because of the people that you meet along the way during that time. It ain't always going to be that time. Life is meant to move on and constantly change. So you got to be able to adapt with it. And don't make choices for the moment. Make choices for the future. So when you're 18 to 22, the best thing you really could do is get a degree. Go to university. And I know the university is like a terrible place just because there's so much distractions. And that's where you got to build discipline. Don't be influenced by any others. Be strong. Be strong-willed. Have your own intuition and be mindful of your own actions. That's really where you can build your own identity. But I understand that, as young people, we can be impressionable. We can easily fall into different influences, partying, friends, peer pressures, this and that. I understand that. So the next strategy for that is, I would advise, if you are one of those people that can get easily distracted or don't want to be within the same environment as those type of people, then you can take an online course for 3 to 4 years. You can do it online, and for the meantime, get a job. So you're working, building your work experience and your CV and your portfolio whilst you get a degree. And at that time, you can really progress in life so much quicker. I mean, by 22, you would have already had a degree and a work experience of 4 years. That's amazing. And that will catapult you professionally in your future works and increase your chances of higher ability in your future. Because at that age frame of 18 to 22, really what you're fighting for is the bad influence versus the good influence. You don't want to be falling into the bad ones that will ruin your life, that will influence you to make the wrong choices. So don't be trapped by those people. And society itself. And understand that, like, there's a lot of things that degrees don't cover, and you can say that I'm not going to be doing that in the future. But they still open a door. They still open a door for you in the future. Whether you use them or not, it's still something that you can have within yourself. And it will never leave you. Like, once you get a degree, a bachelor's, it will stay for you for the rest of your life. It's not something that can be recanted or taken away from you. No one can take that away from you. And that's how you build the pleasures of life, in finding the stability in it. The things that stay no matter what. I messed up my life because I got in a relationship at a young age. And I thought, I don't need a degree. I'm going to build my life now. But unfortunately, the truth is that people can go. They can leave. There's nothing you can do about it. You just got to be able to accept it. Be strong enough to do so as well. And just move on. Move forward. But a degree don't leave. Like, it stays with you forever. So in terms of time best spent, I would have much rather spent that time getting a degree at that time and getting so much further ahead in life. Because the truth is, sometimes our decisions can weigh us down and slow us down in our progress. I mean, I would be 7 years ahead if I had not just made that mistake. But that's okay though. It's all about improving and moving forward. It's never too late as long as you try. I'm just thankful that I just realized that still in my 20s. Because I would have hated to live a life in my 40s and 50s and then finally realize that I need to improve myself and get a degree. Another reason why I didn't go to school and university is that I followed a dream. At that time it was boxing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to achieve my greatest dreams, work hard, this and that. The thing about life is that no matter how hard you work at it, and no matter how passionate you are, how much you believe in yourself, how much time you dedicate towards a certain pursuit, at the end of the day, if it ain't for you, it will never come to you. And that's just what I've come to the realization and acceptance of. That you got to let life speak for itself. Stop chasing things. Stop grasping things, reaching for things. You just gotta simply be, and everything will come to you in the right time. Don't force anything in life, because the more you force things, the more you break yourself. In that, whatever endeavor you may have, whether that be chasing a professional career, sports, dreams, a business, entrepreneurship, in anything, in any aspect and field of life, failure is a reality that you must embrace. It's just part of life. But the most important thing is that when you do fail and when you do fall, you must get back up again. And you must not let that stop you. You have to keep on going. Knowing myself, I was, extremely brash and ambitious as a young kid. I mean, I went to sixth form, but I didn't even collect my grades because I didn't have a plan B. All I had is plan A. It's make it, and that's it. Ain't no other way out. Like, I was just so naive. Admirable though, but still naive nonetheless. I just said that, like, look, I'm gonna make it. I believe in myself. I work hard. I've got the talent. I've got this, that. But like, there's just so many different factors in life that is out of your hands. Yeah, everything that you do may be right, but life can just go wrong so quickly too. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just the way it is. There's just powers and things in life that you can't control. The only thing you can control is the way you move forward. What I'm trying to say is that follow everything you've got, your passions, and pursue it. But when you do fall, or if you fail, inevitably, you must keep moving forward. Whether that be in the same route or find a different path. Make your own path. Don't just be stuck down in one particular pursuit. If you see a dead end, don't just stay in it. Climb it. Break the walls. Go around it. Find a way to make it through. There's actually so much things in life to learn and in the world that's fascinating now, but at that time I didn't even understand it. I just thought, life is just whatever. But there's so much fascinating things in life. But you have to open those doors first and open your mind in order to see the broader sense of the world and all the opportunities that lies within it. But if you're someone that has connections and has the opportunities elsewhere, maybe through your family members or whatever, if you have that, then by all means do that, because that is ultimately such a pivotal aspect of your professional career, getting experience as much as you can. And if you do have a trade that you can develop at a young age, then by all means do so. But it's still good to have something beyond that, because when you get a trade, that's all you'll ever be. You just improve within that one thing, and then that's it really. Whereas if you get a degree, that can open the door for so many different things. Like I mentioned earlier, life is going to be a fight, and getting a degree, getting experience in multiple things, it's just one of those things that can arm you and give you a better tool to execute life in, to live a better life and have better opportunities and open the doors. And you never know where it can lead to. I just wish I had this advice at that young age, because looking back at it, I didn't really do anything significant during those time anyways. I was just trying to chase a dream that was running away from me. So all of it really was kind of wasted. I didn't really get much out of it. Wisdom, yes. Experience, yes. And it definitely built my character. But trust me, you don't want to go through the struggles of life. It's tough out here. And I don't want you to go through all the mistakes I've been through. So I want you to make the best decisions for yourself. And if you do happen to come from a country or a nation that does offer some sort of student loan or some sort of subsidized education, that's a great asset that you have to capitalize upon. Take that opportunity and seize it, because not everyone in the world can have that. Not everyone is offered free education or to attain a higher education with financial help. That's a luxury that not many can have. So use that to your advantage to benefit you in your progression in life. To be honest, I remember I was never someone that was fascinated in philosophical and educational aspects of life, really. I was never really a bookworm. I didn't read, I didn't study much. In school, I was just bored, really. But it's just that I didn't find the passion. And that if you really just stick to it, and if you just open your mind to the possibilities of education, you will find yourself being much more interested in it than you would have possibly imagined. I remember in school, I would barely be in school. I'll be outside, to be honest. I would be skipping most days. I had like one of the lowest attendance in school. It's just because I was bored. I did not care about anything. My grades was just, pass. I never studied for anything, but it was just average. I wasn't no one intelligent or anything like that. But I just didn't find the passion in it because I didn't have the interest. But trust me, you will find the interest in whatever it is you want to study in. There's so much more to explore, and you can improve your skills in so many different aspects of it. And that's what I find most fascinating. Like, you can be skilled in multiple ways, equipped with so many different tools and knowledge that can help you navigate through life. And none of that will matter when you're 18. There's still so much that you don't even know yet. When you're towards your late 20s, all of that starts to make sense. Like, everything did happen for a reason. And you're going to thank yourself later on for the things that you sacrificed on and the things you invested yourself in. Because at the end of the day, an education is an investment. It's an investment upon yourself. It's really self-love when you think about it. It's giving your future you the best opportunities. Now, another thing that may make you apprehensive of applying for university and going to university is that you don't know what you're doing. That's the common things. But look within your passion, your talents as well, things that interest you, because the things that do interest you, it doesn't really matter how smart you are, because once you're interested in something and genuinely intrigued about a certain subject, you will do everything to study hard for it and work hard for it, and you will improve and you will learn so much. But you gotta find the thing that genuinely intrigues you, not something that you're good at. Because you can be good at something, but if it doesn't interest you, you're not even going to take that degree anyway. You're not going to use it. So you don't want to waste it like that. The way I look at it is, find something that you'd love to do even if you weren't studying it. Whether that be history, whether that be writing, painting, take fine arts. You're interested in the mind, psychology. Don't look at the things that you want to do, but look at who you want to be. Like, you may not know how to paint right now, but if you are someone who wants to be like Picasso, Da Vinci, or someone like that, then eventually you'll be able to do that through your studies if you pick some sort of an art major. But look at the things that you have genuine interest in. You don't have to have passion for it straight away, but just things that make you curious. Because when you're curious about something, it makes you grow. And if it makes you grow, it makes you better. And that will help you in your future. So that's it. I just wanted to help people out there, especially the younger generation that doesn't really know what to do, don't really know what to take. So I implore you to take the university route, that even though you might rebel against it, it's still helpful for you. Don't do it for the sake of others. Don't even do it for societal standards, but just do it for yourself, because you owe yourself to grow. It's a tool that you can use in the future. It's a tool that you can arm yourself with. It can hone you, sharpen you, and mold you as a person, and help you make the right choice, because your mistakes will add up and it will haunt you for the rest of your life. I wish this is something I knew like 10 years ago, because I'm 27 now and I'm only getting my degree. But I wish I could have done that at such a young age, because everything would have started much earlier. So don't make the same mistakes as I did. Make the right choices for yourself, because life is short. You don't even want to waste a single second of it. You can't afford to. It's just a price that you don't want to have to pay for. So I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching another episode of The Third Eye. I'm Thirdy, helping you see life in plain sight. See you in the next one. Peace.